Okay.
There it is.
Zoom chat one more page personal Microsoft dialog. This meeting is being recorded.
Shut up.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the April Winter Camp Chat.
Right.
All right. And just to keep us all on the same page today, we've got a lot of excited individuals from our warm-up chat. We're going to have to use our hands more. If anybody remembers how to raise their hand, what is that, star 9?
9.
Okay.
Number 9. Star 9.
And then
Star 9.
An unraised hand is star 9, right?
Yep.
Right.
Repeat the thing.
If you are on a PC, to raise and lower your hand, it's Alt Y.
Thank
On
you.
a Mac, it's Option Y. And then on the landline, it's star 9.
Thank you, Angie.
Thanks,
Not
Linda. So should we go through the, for the recording, should we go through the roll call again?
I think it'd be good.
Okay. So I'll just start at the top of the screen here. Anthony Ward, Roger Bossi, Kathy Koenig, Art Turner, Andrea Ordaway, Rosemarie Facilla, Bill Chapman, Lindsay Levere, David Sterneman, Rashid Dem, Shirley Katzenberger, Phyllis McBanois, Henrietta Miller, Janie Muirhead, Angela Harris, Linda Brown, Pauline Smith, Walita Benson, and Wayne Lepores. Wow, I can't believe I got through that and nobody else joined while we were doing that. Well, welcome everybody. It's good to see and hear you all. I will also tell you that mind blank.
You having a day?
Tyrone Hamilton called a little before the meeting and said he wasn't going to be able to make it because I guess their Lions Club meets on the 3rd Saturday of the month now. So anyway, he wanted to say hello to everybody, and he had some feedback about winter camp that I'll share in a little bit. But first of all, and I didn't ask anybody to do this, but we have both David and Art online here. And would either of you like to offer us a little prayer to get started?
I think I did last time. David, would you like to do that this time?
Sure, Art. Dear Heavenly Father, I pray that we would have a good meeting today, and thank you for this time that we can talk, and for this group of people. I pray that you would be with our fellowship and those who could make it today. And in your name, amen.
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 Yes. Thank you.
Oh,
All right. So we heard how's everybody's health? We've Henrietta told us that she'd had some surgery recently and she's recovering. And Janie's doing pretty well with her diabetes, which is a good thing. How about anybody else? Anybody else had some aches and pains they've had to get over recently?
Wait,
Periodically,
who's
this is
typing?
Angela here.
Okay, everybody, say who you are when you speak up. Say who
This
you are.
This is Angela Harris. Periodically, I have arthritis, and like when I woke up this morning, my middle finger on my right hand, I close my fist, and when I open it, it snaps, it pops. And so I guess either I slept on it or the arthritis is doing whatever it does. But outside of that, I'm good.
Angela, they call that a trigger finger.
Oh.
Sometimes if your
Mhm.
finger
I
stays
ain't shooting
down,
nobody.
and when you
Uh-huh.
open it up, it kind of has to pop open. That's they call that a
Yes.
trick, and it can be treated. I've had numerous occurrences of this. So
Mm.
Roger, this is Rosemary, and some of you may remember a camper, Michael Smith, who used to come with Tyrone and do the,
Yeah.
radio.
well,
The
I
music,
just,
he would do
yeah,
the,
wanted to
the
share
music.
that Mike, let's see, it's been maybe a week or so ago. Anyway, he had a neck surgery, and he
Mm.
had tendons, bone, and arthritis removed from his complete cervical spine and part of his thoracic spine.
Whoa.
And he had a
Wow.
rod, and the rod has been inserted in his neck. So he's
Mm.
right now he's at Belmont Hospital, and he's in inpatient rehab, and will be there for the next couple of weeks or so.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So I
Let's
just
do a
wanted
prayer
to
for
share,
him.
share that with people who knew Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Roger, Faith Meadows, she's a member.
Yep.
She's in the hospital as we speak.
Oh.
I think she's having prolonged headaches or something like that. And so they're running tests for her. So
Oh,
we
dear.
reach
Okay.
out
Oh,
prayers
wow.
for Faith Meadows. So
I know Faith, yeah.
Amen. I've been knowing her for years.
I've been knowing her for years.
Mhm.
Beautiful little lady. I've never really met her in person, but I've talked to her on the phone many times, and she's just lovely to talk to.
Yeah, she's a beautiful lady.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Her and Mike are both good people.
And I've talked to
Right.
Mike on the phone, and I was hoping that he might make an effort to come to winter camp, but it sounds like he's been having a lot of problems physically, so I can't imagine.
Yeah, and his wife is having a hard time. She can't sleep on the beds and such because of her, health issues. So unfortunately, as we all grow older, things occur and prevent us from being able to do the things we used to be able to do.
Right.
Amen.
Not for sissies. That's for sure.
I had a bit of a cold that I finally got over, I think.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
It's no fun.
Yeah, it was kind of rough. I had it for a couple of weeks.
45 notifications.
Well, I'm going to have to have shoulder surgery in the not too near distant future. So that was prolonged from over a year ago, after when my knee started acting up, and I had to have that done. So now it's time.
That's you, Roger?
That's me. That's Roger.
Aw.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't announce myself when I started talking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Aw. Well, we'll be praying for you.
Well, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll go see the doctor next week to find out when I can get it done. Because
Can I
Tell them it's
ask,
got to be done before February.
yeah,
Somebody
right.
wanted
Well,
to ask something.
go ahead,
good ears,
Rosemary.
Rosemary. Who joined us most recently? It says Samsung SM S5360L.
That'd be Jim Phelan.
Jim Phelan. Okay.
Roger, I found out that just the other day that remember what was her name? Alicia. She was there last year. She was in a major car accident last week where it was T-bone with her daughter and her grandkids in the car. So I think she broke her nose.
No.
But yeah, probably you might want to.
Who was it? What's her name?
Felicia from Flint. What, from Flint? Felicia.
Felicia.
Our new gal.
It's the one that, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
She's the one that, she is. Felicia was the lady who has, in fact, she was her first year at winter camp, and she won one of the White Cane scholarships.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
And she used to be a police person. She was a mounted policeman.
I remember her.
And,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And at winter, if you didn't know this, at winter camp, she was when they did the horse and wagon ride, they let her drive the wagon around the
Yeah.
camp.
How cool.
Yeah, you remember
Really?
that, Ro? We were there.
Yeah.
And she was all excited because she got to do that.
Yeah, she did. It was real. I remember her. She's a cool lady. Well, sorry that she
Yeah.
was injured, but
Aw.
we'll still pray for her too. Put her on our
Amen.
list.
I don't remember her for some reason. Oh,
Well, she
wow.
was only there the one time. Sometimes you don't always get to meet everybody, you know.
Okay. Okay.
Her friend that came with her was her name was
Sheila Formore.
Say it
Sheila,
again, Bill.
Sheila Formore.
Sheila.
They came together.
Oh,
Sheila
Sheila.
Fulton.
Okay.
Oh, I don't remember her either.
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
Ann.
they're part of the.
She was in the room with us.
She was in the room with us? In our
Yeah.
room? Okay.
Yeah.
She sung at the thing, whatever.
Yeah,
Uh,
Felicia
The
did.
talent show. Yeah.
Felicia did an
Okay.
amazing Adele.
Oh,
cover.
okay, Adele. I got you. I remember now.
Adele
Yeah.
song. Yeah, she's good.
That's,
She's
I
good.
remember. Okay. Okay.
I know. I think I have her address. We should send her a card. And
Yeah, if you have something that you can send her,
And I
let her
might-
know we're thinking about her and praying for her.
probably have Mike
she
Smith's
in-
address too.
Roger, is she in that video?
I'm
The
pretty
winter
sure.
camp video?
We
think
do
so.
have her on tape.
No, because she
Wait.
didn't get the chance to perform.
Oh, but we've got pictures of her.
Remember, that's when we didn't get the chance. She was gonna do I forgot the lady record, but she did it for us in the hallway. She didn't get the chance to do her
She said
performance.
she was gonna do Adele. It was Adele.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She sung that night.
I think she did sing.
She sung
Oh,
that
did
night
she?
right after Angela, I think. Angela sung, and I think she followed. Remember Angela? I think she's on the phone.
I am. I'm right here. I'm right here, Bill.
She sung right after Angela, I think. You know.
Oh, okay, I didn't think she. I
Well,
thought she didn't get it.
Angela shook the house up, and everybody else.
I had to get y'all out your seats.
I thought she said it was Pauline. I thought that was Pauline's guest. I didn't know.
Is there anybody else that's needs prayer for things that they're going through right now that you know of or yourself?
Yeah.
How are you doing,
good.
Wayne?
I just pray for my granddaughter on her graduation. She's graduating high school next month, and I just pray that
Amen.
everything well with that. She's a straight A student, and she's doing really good.
Excellent.
Man.
That's the praise. They're
Man.
right there.
Yeah.
All right.
So I saw a pretty cool video yesterday that was posted by Gina Roll.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
And it was her birthday party, and I think Walida, you were there, and Angela
Oh,
was
yeah.
there, and Janie maybe would. I forget who else was there, but you guys were doing karaoke, and I thought, well, maybe that's something we could do at winter camp.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
that
love
sounds
it.
good.
That is an absolute great idea. They will love it.
We can find time to squeeze it in, you know.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah.
Janie has her
Yeah.
hand up.
Well, let's see. Mike Gino did something this last time. I guess it was the 25-year anniversary thing.
Oh yeah,
The
he
video?
did that at camp.
And oh my God, it was kind of touching to me because it was, folks on there that, that are
Had passed,
gone,
yeah.
that,
Mhm.
that have passed on, like
Yeah.
Anthony Howe, Ava, and
Bill.
other folks, and
Yeah.
he was not on there. And
Oh, he wasn't on there. Yeah.
People that have passed on.
Okay.
no, it was rather nice. He said something about he was gonna edit it or do something to it. But, I mean, that was, real nice because we started out in the big room, but it didn't work right, so we went into the snake room and was watching it in there.
Yep.
Mhm.
It was
Oh, yeah.
it was fun.
It was rather interesting.
Was that a video or?
Yep. It
I
was
guess
it
it
was
was-
a video recording of last 25 years of camp. I think he put that together. It was pretty cool.
Oh,
Um,
we should get a copy of that.
I'm sure if you ask Mike, he can give it to you.
Roger,
Yeah.
would you be able to get that or somebody?
Yeah, I was gonna make a comment about that. He this is a video from like the 70s, I believe.
Ooh,
Oh,
Oh, okay.
1999.
wow.
It's a
I was a
video.
little girl then.
I believe it's a video recording.
1999.
Yeah, he
Go
said it
ahead.
was from
Huh?
1999.
Hey, Roger has the floor.
Okay, so I think I heard 1999, and I think that's correct.
Yeah.
So there it was, I forget, and I don't know who did it, who took the tape, but anyway, he told me that it's kind of rough, and he needs to edit it to make it a little smoother, make it a smoother presentation. And so he's I haven't checked in with him about it, but he's was going to work on that and bring it back to camp next year, and we'll see if we can figure out, the better technology to show the thing. So I wasn't sure exactly what the problem was when he was trying to show that, but some of you saw it, so I wasn't sure what the issue was, but it's pretty cool, and I hope to see it one of these days.
Was a part of the problem that he couldn't have his speaker loud enough on his computer to everybody hear it?
I don't know if that was the problem. I think it was that the video kind of jumped around and there are different, phases that he wanted it to roll more smoothly from one piece to the next. It had to be cut and, put together in a different manner. I think that's what he was trying to do.
Right.
This is Phyllis. He's got a machine that he can clean it up, and it makes it a lot more clear and better, because he done that last year for the MCBBI convention for the 50 years that they've been in, and it turned out really good.
Wow.
So that's probably what he's doing. He's cleaning it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Somebody mentioned the winter camp video, and I know that does exist, but I don't think I've seen it yet. And I've talked to Jesse Bollinger about putting it on the getting a copy to put on our YouTube channel, the Winter Camp YouTube channel.
Wait, which winter camp video? The talent show?
We videotaped the talent show.
Yeah. We did that 6 weeks ago. We notified you.
Oh, okay.
You just been having a busy season.
Yeah, I have.
I'm actually scanning through it right now to see if I can see Felicia.
Okay. Well, that's so anyway, that's a good thing. And we should probably try to let everybody know if they can access YouTube to watch that, especially if they didn't make it to the talent show.
So when you get in there, what do you say? Like if I get it on my phone, I'll say Winter Camp for the Blind. How do I get to that particular part?
So if you're familiar with YouTube has the channel, and then you can have just videos, or you can actually look at playlists. And so I set up a playlist for Winter Camp 2024. And so it's one of the 9 videos within the playlist.
Oh, okay. That'll work. I can do it on my government phone more than likely, better than this one.
I'm trying to figure out where chat went. Where's chat? Just like Roger couldn't find his participant button earlier, I can't find the chat.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I've got
the chat went in chat.
Yes, I found it. Chat.
There you
Okay.
go.
Here's the link to the video, and then Roger can copy that into the minutes.
So I can hear that.
We have some of you guys have subscribed to the Winter Camp channel, and if you subscribe to the channel, I think you would get notified if we put a video up, right? Is that how that works, Kathy?
Depends on what your notifications are set to. There's always, but yeah, in theory, you should be notified when things are added.
Oh, see, I don't have Siri. I have an Android.
Well, even so, Google Play should tell you too.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, depending on how your notifications are set up, and I haven't been into YouTube notifications to see what the exact settings are, but in general, when you have notification options, it's tell me about new things, tell me when someone comments on a video, tell me when this and that, tell me by in-app notifications, which means you actually have to go to YouTube to look for the notifications, or tell me by, email, tell me by text. Those are kind of some of the general notification options, but I don't know what YouTube has specifically.
Right. Kathy, I was thinking about something, but you give me your opinion on this. Now, I know a lot of us are from different cities and everything, but have you ever thought about where, like, maybe for particular cities, we could work on having transportation included with our money to go to the camp?
Like a
And,
hub?
like like a door-to-door pickup for each city.
They did.
Would that cost too much?
They did that last year.
I
No,
think
but I'm saying
in general, we find a group who's in a certain area and we can help coordinate a carpool. But we really can't manage transportation in its entirety. Like there's the Detroit group. And I think there's been a couple people who Battle Creek, a couple people have carpooled, but in general, Roger can answer it better, but it's too big for us to manage the whole thing, but we can help
that's
people
right,
put
that's
people
right.
in
So we are
contact with
from
each
different.
other.
Yeah.
So
That's
so
right.
so like it's, and yes, to Kathy's point, now that has happened somewhat with a couple of the transportation companies over in Detroit. So Carrie Bradley, she organized something. And I can't remember who. I think it was somebody's. I
I
think
think she used Reggie or somebody, or they
Well,
Reggie.
Yeah.
there were some people that used Reggie, and then
Walida,
somebody.
Walida's group.
I can't remember whose son. Somebody's son drove a group over. So I mean, it's easier if you can find somebody that is going to do this for a charitable reason, okay, and not just to make, like, if you hire a commercial service, it's going to cost a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
If you hire, I think, I'm not sure that you guys have, a lot of you guys have folks that drive you around, obviously, because you can't really.
I ain't got that.
And so, I think that's how Reggie, kind of got into the picture on this.
Right.
We did have, we did have some issues with Amtrak last year.
Yeah, I remember that. Because remember, they had to pick us up from the train station, and then we had to get back to the train station and get home, get to the other side of it, and Metrolift had to be there. Now, if the train was late, we missed our Metrolift.
So and the issue was that in the smaller train stations that Amtrak services, they didn't have people at those stations to help folks get off the train. And so,
right, exactly,
especially in Dearborn, where let's see, Debbie Smith and Jerry Campbell and
oh yeah, I remember Jerry.
And oh gosh, and she's not on. Marion Ward, I can't believe she's not on. But they, they were treated pretty rudely, actually, by it happened to be one particular conductor that was being the problem. But anyway, because I talked to a few people that got off at the main Detroit station, and they said, oh, it was wonderful. They had people there to, pick us up and help us get into the station and, get where we're going to wait for our Metrolift. And I was like, well, why is it so different? And they said, well, they just don't have the staff at these other smaller stations. So
a lot of those smaller stations are unstaffed.
Yes, unstaffed.
Yeah.
Right. So one of the things, so a lot of people like to travel by train, and that's not a bad way to travel, especially because it comes directly to Battle Creek. But what we did what we have thought about, we haven't done anything about this yet, but trying to see if we can find, say, a Lions Club in the area of those stations that could meet you guys at the train and help you get off and even on if that was the issue. But getting off is on a Sunday is hard because there is nobody there. There's nobody there at a lot of these stations. And so, but yeah, we've, it's, I mean, I guess if you said we were going to include transportation as part of the cost of camp, then, your cost of camp is going to go up. I mean, it's kind of like that either way. It's kind of like that either way. It's just you have different, it'd be easier, I guess.
And then it would depend on where you live as to what, because unfortunately for us here in Muskegon, our Flixbus is no longer coming here.
Oh, that's not right.
Really?
Yep, they came to us for about 5 months and they withdrew their service from us. So we no longer have any transportation coming to Muskegon.
No, that's terrible.
Well, the Flixbus was basically coordinating with local bus companies when I look at their website. So in a sense, if there's no local bus companies, then Flix has nothing to coordinate with.
Well, it wasn't that for here because we do have, we do have a bus company. We have no Sunday service. I don't think we have Saturday service anymore either. But,
right, I'm just saying.
But
I
they
don't
were
know
coming, but they were coming like they were coming like Wednesday through Sunday or something like. But that wasn't the reason. The reason they said was that it wasn't enough ridership.
Right. I'm just saying it's a stacked thing. But Pauline has had her hand up for quite a bit. Can we see what Pauline wants to say? Pauline? She just muted herself. She thought she was muted. Okay.
Okay, here we are. I had to see if I was unmuted. Just a couple of quick notes about what Angie said. That is true. However, if you find out in enough time that the train will arrive in, for example, back in Detroit late, and you contact the dispatch for our local paratransit, if they can and have the drivers available, they will adjust time.
Oh,
because they know that these kinds of things happen. It happened to me last August. I had a train misadventure, a nightmare of a train trip back from Illinois, and where I had to wait in Chicago for the train back to Michigan. The Wolverine was 2.5 hours late loading us.
Wow.
So as soon as I got on the train, I immediately contacted dispatch, and they moved the time, and then we were still running into problems, and so I finally just canceled them because I told them it wasn't fair, especially for late at night, and have to keep figuring out if they could send somebody to get me, and I wasn't sure when we would get back, and my sister ended up coming to get me. But they were really nice about it.
Yeah. So is that... So you've got, obviously, Pauline, you've got contact numbers, right, for those? Are there different services?
Well, the one that Angie was talking about that she would miss your ride, if anybody uses that service, they would know that phone number locally.
Okay.
Well, also, hello? Hello?
I hear you, but Henrietta's right before you in line here. Henrietta?
You'll have to unmute yourself, Henrietta.
Star 9.
And thank you, Pauline, for that that bit of wisdom on notification. That's good to know.
Okay, well, who is the gentleman who was trying to talk?
Anthony.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah, y'all was talking about the transportation. I understand what y'all saying, that your trip will be late picking you up or whatever, but you have to compromise about your situation. And I don't worry about stuff like that, because if I'm in a position that I always call Lyft or Uber to come get me. So that y'all should kind of incorporate that into y'all thing, so y'all won't have to worry about that type of stuff, you know?
Not every
If
area
it's late,
has,
if it's late or whatever, you know, you always got to put yourself in a position to protect yourself at all times when you're traveling.
yep, not every area has Lyft and Uber readily accessible. It depends on
Really?
if the train station, yeah, because I live too far away from the local city center. And so the drivers tend to hover around the cities. And because I'm 20 minutes out, if I could get even 5 minutes closer to the city, I get lots of drivers available. But where I'm at, I have to kind of wait for a driver to be dropping somebody off close to me for them to show up on the map and available.
Oh, yeah, but that's sure. But we was talking about the Detroit area and all that stuff. That's what I
Well, we were
kind of
talking about
commented
transportation
on.
in general, and some people might
Okay.
be at one of those little stations
Right.
where, and just saying, it's not a guarantee, but that's a great idea. Know your local drivers
Have a backup plan.
and, yeah.
Have a plan.
Yeah.
So Henrietta, can you unmute yourself? What is
Know
it?
your local drivers, have a backup plan.
Star six.
uh,
Star 6.
Learn to use Lyft and Uber.
Yeah, this is Rosemary. We don't have anything in Muskegon. We don't have Uber. We don't have Lyft. We don't have
Oh, really?
no, it's too little. They tried a couple of times to be here. We don't have any of that. We do have a taxi cab company, but they're expensive and
Oh, wow.
and we only have local transit, and we have this thing called the go-to bus, but it only runs in 4 cities.
That's not good.
Oh,
And,
wow.
we used to have county-wide paratransit. We don't no longer have that. The county cut that out. So now we just have, wherever the line haul bus goes is the only place that the ADA bus goes. And they've also cut the transit lines as well. We don't have as many as we used to. So our transportation here is very limited at this point.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Kathy.
Rosemary,
Rosemary.
but that's okay. No,
Oh.
that's
Henrietta's unmuted.
Yay,
Yeah.
Henrietta.
Hey,
I was gonna say, like when you set your Metro lift up to come back, in Detroit, and to go to the train station. It used to be when you had the train station, you go to the train station, you could take your Metro lift there and back. And then, we have a lot of people that take people different places in Detroit. So if you are in contact with them, like y'all had it set up to go to the camp, that was really nice. I thought that was really nice. They came to the door and picked them up and brought them back to the door. So I think all stuff like that should stay in place.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you've got a connection like that, you've got somebody that's willing to do it. It's like, hang on to it.
yeah.
'Cause that is a nice
And people don't charge you anyway because everything that went up in everywhere. So you gotta be acknowledged that you have to pay, and a lot of people just don't want to pay. They think everything is free.
Yep.
A lot of what went up?
Like the people that take you to the camp, that has went up since the time that they have went before.
Cost of everything has gone up.
Well, gasoline is very expensive. So
yes, it is.
And it's hard to unless you've got a grant for some reason that would pay for that, which would be nice. It's kind of hard to suck that up, so
yes.
everybody's gotta live. So
yeah,
but I think it's like that seems to have worked out pretty well for the last couple of years. Having a couple, there look like two ways to do it, and of course Rosemary just left, but they've got Jack Brewer over there that brings them, and but the problem this poses, and something that a few of you might want to start thinking about sooner than later is transportation to summer camp.
Oh yeah.
If you want to go to summer camp, because that FlixBus actually worked out pretty well for at least Tyrone. I don't know if anybody else used it, but I know Tyrone used it, was able to get there okay. So if you're thinking about going to summer camp, you might want to be talking to folks and find out who could take you there. Because
do the Greyhound go there?
Nope.
Oh, don't?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
That's the issue. That's the issue that's been happening for the last couple of years, is that they lost their Greyhound service. Now you can get to Grand Rapids, which is, I don't know how far away Grand Rapids is from Muskegon. It's probably 30 miles anyway, if it's not more than that. But if you
It's about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on where camp is located.
Right.
And the FlixBus take you straight to summer camp?
I don't think so. No, I thought it took them to Muskegon, and then they got some transportation up to the summer camp. But Rosemarie's back, and she can fill us in on that.
We used to, well, when the FlixBus would come, but the FlixBus doesn't come anymore. So now we don't have any way to get, for people to get here. It'll go to Grand Rapids. So we're contemplating trying to coordinate something with, if people can get to at least Grand Rapids, we can maybe get them up to the camp from there. But that's going to be, a good hour drive or so, maybe more, about an hour and a half, because I think the camp's about a half hour north of Muskegon, and it's about a 45-minute drive from Grand Rapids to Muskegon. So we're looking at, an hour and a half drive.
So what is the best prospect to go to summer camp? We need to get together down here in our local area and kind of get together and rent a bus or something?
If y'all can, coordinate something and get somebody to drive you like they did last time, like Carrie did, that would be your best alternative to get to us, because it's unfortunate that we just don't have, have the ability to support these things, I guess. I don't know. It's just frustrating. Because when I first moved here, years ago, we had, the Greyhound bus came in 4 times a day. And then they cut it back to 2, and now it's none,
And the only thing with the train, if we take the train, somebody got to meet us at the train station here and there. Then after we get home, somebody got to meet us at the train station to bring everybody back to their doors.
Well, see, and the train is another whole situation, because the train, you'd have to take the train from Detroit all the way to Chicago, and then you'd have to sit there in Chicago, and the train don't come into Holland until 10:30, 11:30 at night, depending on how many freight trains it runs into. So
now, is this Reggie guy, what you said, is this Reggie guy, are he insured that we in his passenger vehicle going with him?
I have no idea, because that's coordinated by you people down that way. So I don't know how that
You
works.
gotta ask Henrietta about that, Anthony.
Okay. If she on the line, she can answer the question.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's right there. He said, is she insured? Is he
Yes.
insured?
Yes.
Okay.
So Andrea's got her hand up.
Yeah, I tried this bus, but they gave me the wrong address to pick up.
Andrew, you're breaking up.
I said I tried the FlixBus last year.
Right, but you got to the wrong location.
Right. So a friend ended up taking me.
But
That's kinda too
Tyrone
bad.
Tyrone did take the FlixBus all the way from where he lives in Detroit to
I know.
Muskegon with no problems.
How did somebody
Where's
take him
the
up
FlixBus?
to camp then, Rosemarie?
Say again, Roger.
Did somebody take him out to camp then?
Yeah, we knew he was coming in at what time, so we went. We had one of our lines pick him up and bring him up to camp. Yeah.
That's
I wonder if I could get picked up in Grand Rapids this year.
Oh, it's possible, but then again, we'd have to try to get people from Grand Rapids, and I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do that, because the Grand Rapids lines don't seem to be very cooperative sometimes.
Unfortunately.
What is that, Rosemarie?
What's that?
The Flex Bus, what is that?
Well, it's a bus that actually it runs in a lot of different areas, and it even runs overseas, but it's coordinated. Yes, it runs in other countries as well. I think it runs in California, runs in New York, it runs in different places. If you go to their website, it'll tell you, you know, what all they do. But the fact is that it coordinates with Greyhound, and now since, and you know, and so, you know, unfortunately, because that's how Andrea got mixed up, because they told her the wrong location to pick up the bus.
Oh, no.
And that's why she didn't get, you know, on the Flixbus and get to Muskegon. But you know, it's called FLIXBUS.com. So people can go to that website and look it up, but it does not come to Muskegon.
How are people getting to the other camp if they're gonna have one, the one in August?
That's what we're talking about.
That's what people are gonna have to do. They're gonna have to figure it out, because we don't have, you know, if they can get to Grand Rapids, we might be able to coordinate something to get people from Grand Rapids, because as I said, it's an hour from Muskegon. That's the closest we can get people. Unless you take the train from Holland, you want to come in almost at, you know, late at night, and then we can maybe get a couple people to pick up people.
Henrietta, do you know if what's the name is doing it like they did it last time?
Well, put it out there.
But then if you take the train, you have to leave Holland at 6 something in the morning, go to Chicago, and then, you know, change trains and get to Detroit for whenever time that gets in there. So.
Oh no.
That makes for a ridiculously long day. Hey, hold up just a second. Hold up just a second.
Okay.
We do have a hand up, and I have one thing. Rosemary, if you haven't yet contacted the Rockford Club, they're on the north side of Grand Rapids, and Deb Davis, who is in charge of Allstate Band, is in the Rockford Club.
Could you email me that information, please, on how to contact them?
And I've just made Roger host again, because I've got to go. I've got another volunteer project this afternoon, and Willetta has her hand up. So I will let Roger be in charge of who's on the floor, but I think Willetta's been waiting a bit.
Okay.
I got to go.
Bye.
Kathy.
Bye.
Bye, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Oh, are you gonna, hey, Kathy, oops,
She's gone.
she's gone. So we may lose the recording. I'll have to see if maybe I can pick it up. Hang on just a minute.
When
Wally.
she switched you to host, it should just switch to you.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
If she has the recording going to the cloud, it'll just go to the cloud.
Yep, it does still say recording, so good.
Yeah.
Okay, Walita.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, let me start off by saying I don't know if Reggie is licensed, but he is the one who brings us to winter camp and to summer camp, him and Latrice. So the price is $50. That's what it is, round trip, $50. And he picks us up from our door, and he brings us there, and he picks us up, and they take us back to our door. And I also believe that Selena's son is going to be driving also. So we have 2 drivers from Detroit already coming, bringing us to August. Now, my question to Rosemary is, the volunteers, do they pay to come? Because my daughter wants to come and be a volunteer this year.
Okay, it's Rosemary, and no, volunteers do not have to pay. But they
Okay,
do
what did
have
I call you?
Hold on, they do have to register. You know, they have to fill out a registration form. But on the registration form, they just need to indicate that they are a volunteer.
Okay, because she's going to come this year. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Now, does Walita?
Yes.
Does the volunteer have to pay Reggie too?
You have to pay for your transportation, yes.
Okay, just clearing it up.
No, but you do not have to
pay
pay
your
for the camp.
But you don't have to pay to be there. But you do have to pay for your transportation. I know that. Yeah, you got to pay to get there.
Right.
Okay, so
Now,
I just
when
want
will
that to be.
I'm sorry.
I just want that to be clear, so that Angela will know that that's when that's who's gonna be driving if you're not taking the train.
No, I'm not taking. Now, when do the applications come out?
They should be coming out in probably in June.
That's what I.
Okay, now on that part where it says transportation, if that's the case, Walita, what do we put? What do I tell her to put? I don't know. Whoever's taking you, that'll be on you, Henrietta. No, y'all, whoever drives, whoever is driving you. I don't know.
If you're not coming on public transit, you just put private transportation.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, okay, all right, gotcha.
Because if you're coming in on a bus or you're coming in on a train, someplace where you got to be picked up, well, then we need to know where, what time, that kind of thing.
Who you are and everything. Okay,
yeah. But if you're
When
taking
is
private
summer
transit, we don't
camp?
worry about that. That's up to
It's
you.
in August. You're talking about the one in August, Aunt.
Right.
August what?
It's I think it's the second weekend in August. I don't have the dates right on hand.
Yeah, let me look real quick here. I'll see what the dates would
I want
be.
to say like the 11th and 12th and 13th or something like that.
Okay, so the second weekend, the second full weekend in August is the August 10th and 11th. That's Saturday and Sunday, so I guess it'd be 9, 10, and 11.
Probably that sounds about right.
There are
So
one.
Sunday is the 11th, right? Sunday is the 11th.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So probably the 9th, 10th, and 11th. We haven't gotten verification from the camp yet, but we will be getting that, soon.
Okay.
So when do we start looking out for the applications, did you say?
Probably in June.
And how do we make sure that we're on a list to get one?
Pretty sure you're on the list, Angela.
If you received it before, then you'll receive it again.
Get it again. Okay. All right.
Because Pioneer Resources, they keep track of all the people that they've had on the list. And when Rogers sends the winter camp list to us, then they check off whoever, else they don't have, they try to send out one to everybody. So,
okay.
And if you don't get it, let me know and I'll make sure you get one.
Okay.
I'll send that. Who do I send the list to, Rosemarie?
I'll send it to Danae.
Danae Card.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll get that done. Probably something that slipped to the back row. So let's see, Walita. Okay. Anything else? Thank you for the clarification on Reggie.
You're welcome.
And so Henrietta's got her hand up. And you just muted yourself, Henrietta.
Okay.
You're welcome, Roger.
Okay. All right.
Yes. I was going to ask, when is the one for June?
There isn't a camp.
That's Salvation Army. They don't have nothing to do with that one.
Okay, I just making sure because you've been asking me, so I was trying to make.
No, it's not them. That's the Salvation Army. They're not with that one.
Asking me, so I wanted to make sure that I was with the right people. That's
right.
all.
And that's okay. And Henrietta,
That's okay.
It's good to clarify.
Does anybody know? I mean, we could send that.
I thought I heard that the Salvation Army camp wasn't going any longer, but
me too.
They didn't have enough. I heard that too because they didn't have enough people to help them out.
That's what we heard last. I think we heard that last year also that they had stopped doing their blind week.
Yes.
Yeah. Because they were doing it with the seniors.
I have one more question about winter camp, right?
Okay.
Can we expand it to start on Thursday to Sunday? Because it seems like that weekend just go back so damn quick.
It sure
Yeah,
does.
we have so much fun, and we have so
and
much
it's just
fun.
in a short amount of time. As soon as
Yeah.
we think we're getting comfortable, it's time to come back home.
Time to go.
Well, I will.
But that's a school. It's a school up there. That's why it's like that.
And it don't
Anthony.
matter if we have to pay extra dollars for the extra
But that's
day
a
or
school.
whatever.
They be in school. The kids are in
Who is
school.
this? Hold on, who is this talking?
Angela.
This is Angela.
Now I'm talking to Roger about this, please.
Yeah, I know, but Angela was talking. Okay, so let me just talk for a minute about this. So Thursday, sometimes we run into issues even on Friday that they have a school group out there that are using the facility. And this year they did not have a group out there. Now wintertime is not necessarily a time when school groups are out there. But the other factor is, again, sort of like Salvation Army Camp, getting volunteers. A lot of people come out to help that are retired, and so they might, and some are working, and so they may not be able to come on Thursday. And I think the cost was quite a bit more, mainly because of the meals, which went up quite a bit this year. And we did raise the cost of camp $5, but that kind of was sort of a token in terms of covering the cost.
Right.
And we're really gonna have to start looking for other sources of grants and that sort of thing to subsidize the rest of it, because the Lions Club do a pretty good job of subsidizing the cost of what it costs us to be there. But for instance, it's $1,000 a night to rent the facility just to sleep.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So if we were to add another day, that's another $1,000, that we don't necessarily have.
Wow.
And so that's part of the issue is, and it's a resource issue as well as a cost issue. So, we try to keep it as low cost as we can.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of one of the reasons, probably one of the main reasons too, that it's never been expanded.
Okay.
But but like I say, I mean, that's, what you guys pay does help substantially. But
it still ain't enough. It still ain't enough to do Thursday to Sunday. Yeah. Okay.
No, it doesn't cover it. So, not to say that we couldn't look at that, but and kind of figure out what it would be, just to let you know what it might cost.
Because on us Muskegon Lions, we're fortunate that we have a foundation that supports our camp each year. So we're able to keep our costs about the same because we have extra, income that we can rely on.
Yeah. Well, just raise the price up. Yeah, you bring it up 40 to 50, bring it up to $60. Would that help?
I don't know.
No, because people won't stop coming if they got to pay more.
But it's like
no, but what the point I'm trying to get at is I know, but the point I'm getting at is when we wake up Friday, we do because vision impaired and blind. By the time we get up that day, got our stuff together, getting there, and then by the time we get there, the ride, and we tired, and it seems like that's just really a waste of a day, really, you know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Yeah. Right.
So
I understand.
the bottom line is we have to treasure each hour that we're there.
Exactly. I agree with you, Art.
That's right.
Okay.
Art's right.
That's why we try to pack in a
They've
lot
been
of
doing
things.
they've been doing it the same way for many, many years, and it's worked. It's just that people have to adjust, and that's why on Friday night we just do a introductions and just kind of do something relaxing, and then on Saturday you have all your activities. Sunday you just you do your services, and boom, you're gone.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And then Saturday is the one full day that we have.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally full day. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to clear it up. Just something what we can talk about.
Yes. Oh yeah. Everything's game to talk about. There's usually a reason we do things one way or the other.
Yeah.
Hey, Roger. This is
Never a
Rosemary.
bad question. Go ahead, Rosemary.
Roger, this is Rosemary. What did Tyrone want to share?
Oh, so he wanted to share that he felt that so we had the technology, we had the technology group back in the big room. I'm trying to think why we did that. But, anyway, so we had the technology group back in the big room where we do the bingo and the cane repair. And part of that, there was kind of a reason for that, was that the instructor, the lady that's the instructor, could not come to camp, and so she kind of likes to be with the students when they're doing their work with with our folks that have questions about the technology and that. She couldn't come, and so we put the students back in the back where one of our folks, Teresa Guest, she's the lady that does the cane repair.
Oh, yeah.
You guys, so she was going to be kind of like supervising them. And I don't know that they needed it really, but anyway, so they're back there. Well, he felt that it was distracting to be in the room with the bingo and all the other things going on. It was just too noisy. He had a hard time concentrating on what he was trying to learn with the technology.
Sure.
So, so that was kind of the feedback that he had, that he would like to have it in a quieter location. And we might have had them in the cafeteria, because that's what we've done in the past. We've had
Yeah, because in times past you've had them there, yeah.
Sometimes there, and
What
sometimes
is the-
in the snake room, we had them in there before.
Oh, yeah, the snake room is pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Have you ever had them in that room that's next to the room where we do the crafts, Roger?
Oh,
Or is it too small a room?
No, actually, that'd be a perfect room. We didn't do the crafts in there this year either. we had the crafts outside in that big room as well, and
Because I know they
Okay.
have the two rooms here. They have the one that we usually do the crafts in, and then there's that room that's right next to it that, you know,
Right.
sometimes we used to play cards in there sometimes because it was quieter and we could, you know, not be bothering people.
I honestly think that might be a good place for the, because that's typically where we've done the crafts in the past. Is that big room? It's a pretty good sized room actually.
Yeah.
And so you know, we could spread people out. It's not a problem really. To
Because
spread
you could
out.
do the crafts in the one room and then you can have the technology in that other room next to it, you know, and it'll be more quiet because they can even close that door if they needed to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Now, what is the technology about?
Okay. So the technology part, we actually expanded it this year. So we typically have graduate students from Western Michigan University who were in the orientation and mobility program. So they're teaching people how to work with blind people is what they're doing. And
okay.
a lot of these students are blind themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so they help the campers with, say, and this year a lot of it was about phones. You know, how to access different features on your phone to have more capabilities for more access.
They do
but we also
iPhone
had,
and Android?
They do both.
They
Yeah,
do
they do both.
iPhone and Android phones?
Sometimes we have. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sometimes they bring new technology, and they had plans actually to bring some cool gadgets to the camp to demonstrate to people. But because the lady couldn't come, they didn't have any of that stuff. So the lady that was going to be there had a funeral, and so she wasn't able to come. And so we also had let's see, JJ. What's his last
Yeah,
name?
he was there with his items.
So we invited JJ to come, and he sells stuff. He sells different things, you know, for blind accessibility.
Right.
Batteries, and I mean, he has a lot of different things. Headphones, and most of his stuff is pretty reasonable. So that's what I like about
Headphones, he has
JJ.
power banks, he has
Oh,
blind
nice.
shell phone, he's got all kinds of cool stuff.
Right.
The
So-
Versa
Yeah.
Braille, you know.
So I think he had a really good time. He really enjoyed it, and that was the first time he'd actually ever been there. And I think hopefully
he did say that.
we'll get him out next
Do we
year.
have a reader?
He might have had a reader.
I think he has some of those, and you'd have to ask, you know,
Yeah.
but he's got all kinds of cool stuff.
He's
So.
got lots of stuff. In fact, we could have him. Maybe we could get him to come on one of these chats, you know, and just to talk about stuff.
Oh, that'd be
They got
good.
this gadget. They got this gadget for iPhones now It's called that you can take the app off your phone so your iPhone won't be overloaded. And they got this device that you can download all your apps to this little system, and it costs $100. And yeah, it's interesting. I need to talk to them about that. Yeah, because I am a technical guy, and I have all the technical things for a blind person. I have everything blind person need to live independently. It's just curious about the technology, what's going on.
Right. A lot of times they've
blind
had,
people is high.
Huh?
Everything for blind people, they are so high.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. They're very expensive.
That's true.
Yep.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes,
That's
it
right.
is. If you could afford it,
have
if you could afford it, it's not expensive to you.
Right.
But it's very
Exactly.
expensive to be blind.
Yeah, especially when you have to have a special phone that costs $600-700, or
Right. There you
or
go.
you have to have a reading machine that costs or a reading program like the JAWS
$100.
program that costs $1,000. I mean,
Right.
none of
Not
that.
100,000.
Not really, yo. You got Be My Eyes. They got that new AI. It read everything to you, mail and everything to you.
Yeah, but it's not going to read your computer.
It's not gonna read who?
It's not going to read your computer.
I know. I got a Mac Pro. That's what I'm working on.
Yeah, well, even your Windows computer. That's why you have to have something like JAWS. Email, get on Zoom,
I
all
had
that
Jaws.
stuff.
I had Jaws. I got the
But
Mac
that's
Pro
for people
now.
that could afford it.
Exactly.
Or
if you're fortunate enough to get it through blind service.
No, I'm just talking about
work or
like the
whatever.
machine they was talking about that I would like to have, but just to get that, to open my mail, to lay my mail in there, close it, hit a button and let it read to me, that costs, they say.
The Victor Reader is like $700, and your
See what
new
I'm saying?
glasses that they got out is 4,000, 3,000, and 2,000.
That's not true. Be My Eyes. They read all that stuff to your
They
mail.
read
Just
all
Be My
that.
Eye app.
They sure do.
But Be My Eyes is another app on the phone where they'll say on my phone that I have been getting it that your phone is overloaded. It's going to do so and so and so and so. And Be My Eyes, they say, are people that'll go back and talk your business. I don't know how true that is.
No, that's not true.
What is you?
Well, Be My Eyes got a new section. You can contact your relatives, up to 15 to 20 of your relatives, and they
They
can
sure
read
is.
what Be My Eyes does.
Yeah.
Then
And
he
they
won't
also
have.
Be My
have
Eyes is a
they
beautiful
also
app
have
to
artificial
have.
they also have artificial intelligence.
That's what I'm talking
But a
about.
lot of
Be My
other stuff
AI.
like the Pearl camera is like $600 to $800. All your all this blind stuff is not cheap. Even if you want to buy a braille reader, it's over $1,000.
I know
I
it ain't
need
cheap.
I need something that I could read. I need something that I could just basically open my mail, and if it's junk, I can read it, shred it, and boom, I'm done. But the way I'm doing it, someone else has to do it, and it's a whole lot of mail to be read.
Well, that's why I use my Pearl
just-
camera, or I have an
Be
old,
My
I have an old
Eyes
reading
AI
aid.
will read all that to y'all, and it's free.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Okay. Well, let's let people talk one at a time, okay? Everybody's talking over each other, and so it sounds like Angela needs a reader. Does anybody have a recommendation for a reader?
Well, they had one up at the camp, Roger. Somebody had one on here, but I never got it. But they said it was first they said it was the kind where you stick the paper under there and it read to you. Then they said it was the kind where it just in large print. And then I never heard from the person. I don't even remember who it was. It was right on this line because when we left camp, they said they had it.
Wow.
Yep. Go ahead. 3 different stories.
I don't know.
You know, all you gotta do is just download the Be My Eyes app, and then you'll be fine.
I don't have an iPhone like y'all do, and I can't put too much more on this phone.
Sounds like her phone is full, and
I have an old phone. It's too old to have that new stuff on it.
Well,
And it
I'm gonna give
costs
you
a
some
lot
good
to buy a
advice.
new
You need to
phone.
get rid of the apps that you don't need on there.
have you
You don't. It doesn't matter if you have an Android or not. It's on both phones.
That's
Yeah,
right.
but the phone, what you don't understand, the phone
we had
itself, they
discussed
say it's
every
too
meeting.
old.
Well, yeah,
We
certain
had
phone
this
is-
same
phones,
discussion every meeting.
certain phones, if they're too old, you cannot put new apps on them because they will not.
Right. There you go. And when I say old, I don't mean old as far as having it. I'm saying old as far as it's sitting in the store, and when you get it, it's still not up to where, like with the iPhones, it might not be a 6, 7, 8. 9. It's new from the store, but it's not new as far as technology.
Yeah.
And
They
it
have different
depends.
capabilities. Okay, Walita had her hand up for a little while. Let's hear from Walita. Walita, go ahead.
Okay, here I am. I had to.
I didn't raise it up. I'm sorry.
So let's go Walita and then Pauline, okay?
That was Pauline. That's Walita said it wasn't her.
Okay.
That wasn't me.
So, all right. Well,
That was a
Paulina's got her
mistake if
hand
it was up.
Paulina's got her hand up.
It didn't go down from the
you wanna
last
put your
time.
hand down. It's fine. It's star 9, I think. And so Pauline,
Put
did
it
you
down. You want me to push star 9?
star 9?
Yeah, that'll lower your hand. This
Okay.
is Pauline, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, raise and lower your hand is always star 9 if you're using the dial pad on your smartphone or the keys on a regular phone.
Is it off? Is it down?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So Pauline, your hand's still up. Did you have a comment?
Oh, okay, let me put it down.
Okay.
Okay, now it's me. I did have something to say, a couple things. Angie was mentioning about a phone. Then it's probably time for you to upgrade. And I know that's a cost. Trust me, I'm in the same boat.
Okay.
I have a 5-year-old, but you don't have to get the newest thing to be useful. If you get depending on the brand of phone, if you get a brand or two behind the newest, it'll still cost you less than getting the newest.
And that's what I ended up doing because the other phone that I had, it just quit working. It just wouldn't work anymore. I didn't bang it. I didn't drink nothing in it. It just quit working.
Yeah, so depending on what you have, it might still take the newer apps because some of the newer ones take several versions of the operating system, the newest, and then maybe 1, 2, or maybe 3, depending on the app. Down. But I know what you're going through because I have let me see, a little over 5-year-old phone right now, and getting newer ones does cost when you want a limited income.
Right. So with having mail that need to be read, I can only give it to one particular person. So if they get back around, I can read the mail, like who's it for, but as far as the letter itself, I would have a really hard time.
Okay. Yeah, I have the same thing, but I do have some of the apps, but I have a hard time orienting the camera to get it to read without it getting more gibberish than junk than what than the actual information.
Right, and then filling out stuff. How do you all do it? Those that's vision impaired that's by themselves. Something needs to be filled out by a certain particular time. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got to get somebody to fill it out.
Yeah, it ain't
I have to
easy
get
for
people
me
to
as
fill
it
it
is
out.
you.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
But anyway, you know what? I'm going to share something about Anthony Ward. Look, it's been 10 years since I lost my sight, right? I went to the blind school. Hold on, listen. I went to the blind school, and my kids told me to get an iPhone when I lost my sight. iPhone is just like the top of the line. And when I went to the school, I had my iPhone. I went to technology classes, right? They gave me the blueprint. And over the years, I kept practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing till I got the iPhone down pat. And if you don't put a forth effort to making your situation better, then hey, you're just gonna be where you at. If you don't have,
and then you ain't got pocket money to make your situation better, then what?
I mean, your carrier, you can get on a payment plan and pay for your iPhone on your carrier. what you Boost Mobile, T-Mobile, Verizon Wire,
Metro.
whatever phone
Metro.
company get exactly my point exactly. And Metro is paying what, $50, $60 for the data and all that? Well, you can get a subscription to a carrier and get a carrier, and they would give you a free iPhone. You're a new member. And you subscribe for them, and it's only $30 for the data. And then you get a free phone, iPhone 14, whatever. I like SEs. I don't like them big phones because I can't see it. So I just keep the SEs. It's like iPhone 15. And only paying $17 a month for it on a 2-year contract. So it ain't about how much the phone costs, whatever. It's about what you want to do.
So it's
And
a
if
matter
you
of
don't
getting
want to
it,
do,
you just got to get the right system for the right.
yeah. And
I
y'all
get
been
that.
blind way longer than me. And y'all still talking about back in the day type of stuff, man.
So David says he has an iPhone SE and he likes it.
And I love it too. This is the 3rd generation.
That's right.
So it is true
So-
that you can get the older models a lot cheaper than a new one, even
Yeah,
from on a rental basis, I think.
Yeah, you got to get with a phone carrier.
It'd be nice if there were some accessible. I mean, I guess some. I don't know if any of the. I don't know. Pauline's on the line, I think still, but does the Greater Detroit Agency for the Blind and Disabled help folks with their technology and do that sort of thing? You know, Pauline?
Yes, they do. Because I got a friend, Michael Hayes. He said that the Greater Detroit Agency gave him an iPhone.
Yeah, so did.
Gave him one. And then you got Priscilla over there that will help you teach you the fundamentals about it.
But they have to get up off their stuff and do it.
That's right.
Stop complaining. Stop complaining.
That's right. Because
I mean,
everybody want to hear
that
that
seems like-
complaining thing.
It seems like a good resource over there. So, I mean, I guess I would
People want you to do it for them. We can't do it for
say,
you. Yep.
Exactly, Paul. That's Pauline.
talk to
Exactly.
Henrietta.
People,
Henrietta.
yeah, Henrietta, they want you to do it for them. And you're right. You're right. Everybody blind should have an iPhone.
I think they should too.
What do you use, Bill? Bill Chapman, what do you use?
Afford it. Angie keeps talking about if you can afford it. You could get on a payment plan. He just told you that.
Yeah, sometimes people
I think we
can't
got
afford
the
the
point.
payment plan either.
Yeah, I think we get the
That
point.
wasn't me. That was not me talking.
That was
Thank you.
Rosemary.
That was Rosemary. Thank you. I'm going
You're
back on
welcome.
mute.
But
You're
yeah,
not
some
welcome.
people cannot even afford to do the payment plan. They don't have the ability.
You
This
can
is
go
why
to
we
Walmart and get an iPhone 11 and 12 right now for $149.
Hold on. This is why, Lisa, I don't think every blind person must have an iPhone. You can have a phone that you choose to be comfortable with.
Yeah,
I choose.
and that's the point.
I'm comfortable with my Android phone. I don't want an iPhone. I don't want one. I don't want the iPhone, and I don't want the bill. So I choose to keep my Android, but that don't make me not. I just don't want one.
You just
I
want to
just
come
don't
back
want
and see
it.
how I'm doing.
Well, I used
That's
to
all
like
you
my
want.
Android that had
Thank
that
you.
little keypad in it.
Things are getting kind of
It doesn't
personal.
have
We
that
need to
anymore,
just
so.
accept each
Now,
other
there's
for
some
what
other
we
topics
have.
we need to deal with
Rather than
today.
personal.
Hey,
I think we
everybody.
need to move on, people.
Everybody, let's move
Yeah,
on.
let's
Yeah,
move
yeah,
on.
Move on.
Let's move on for that.
So, yeah.
Move
Thank
on.
you.
So Renee is on the line. Renee
All right,
Nichols.
Renee.
Hi,
Hey.
Renee.
I'm here.
So how are you doing, Renee?
I'm doing well. I was wondering, is anybody going to Libraries Without Walls on May 9th?
This is Rosemary. I am with two other blind people. Our lion
Oh,
Jack
love
is
that.
gonna bring us.
Okay, I got a postcard thing in the mail, and I heard it's like a tech fair. I've never
Yeah,
been,
they
but I
have
would
some
like
of
to.
that going on there too. Yep.
I've been there before. Yeah, it's like it's similar to the other technology thing that we've gone to. This is David, by the way.
Where's it located?
In
It's
Lansing.
at Lansing
It's
Community
at the
College.
community college in Lansing.
Okay. So is it a little bit like the one in Ann Arbor?
Yeah.
It's different. It's sponsored by the state library, so that there's going to be sessions on different things like the new GPS and the Victor Stream has Stella or whatever it's called, and there's going to be other things about the Mac, and I don't remember what all they got. They got different sessions that you can attend. Plus, they have the vendors that you can visit, all that kind of such and stuff.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that's great. I have a GPS Victor reader.
How do you register for that?
I got it when I got my service dog.
Hold on. You can call the library in Lansing, and if they don't have if you didn't get an email, they can send you an email on to register. If you can't register by email, they can help you.
Okay.
And it's $15 to register.
Okay.
How much?
Rosemary.
It's
I got mine.
$15.
They gave me
gave me
mine
one.
when I got my service dog. They gave me a Victor Reader GPS when I got my service dog.
Yeah, but this is a different one. This is a new one because I have the same thing that you're talking about. I have the Victor Trek, but now they don't. In another year, they're not going to support that. They got a new device out now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, thank you for that.
Oh, planned obsolescence.
Rosemary.
Yes.
There's a announcement that I want. Go ahead, Messi.
Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. This is Leslie Hewling. I'm visually impaired, and we are having a fashion show for all of us as visually impaired in wheelchairs on next Saturday. I would love it if you all will come and be a part of that. It's going to be on Kirby Street in Detroit at 111 Kirby Street. I would love it if you all will come and attend that.
From what to what?
111 Curtis Street?
Yeah, Kirby. 1111 Kirby. 111 Kirby. From what time to what? From 6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
That's on the east side?
Is that on the east side?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah, 111 Kirby Street.
111. Yes.
Yep, there it is.
Okay,
And
well,
if you
you know,
tell
Roger recording it, so I get to ask, I come there fast and show.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have food and all the entertainment that you can take in.
All right, now you just have what you have to wear, like what? What it's
You
about?
can wear whatever you want to wear.
Okay,
Whatever you want to wear. You
Kirby.
can, yeah.
There you go. There you go.
I'll
And if
be
you
there.
mention Wild, you'll get in for $25. All of the visually impaired and handicapped.
I thought it was free. I thought it was free. Oh.
It's free. It's a fundraiser.
Oh, he said if you mention Wild, you have to only pay $25.
All right, well, that's fine. I'll come and check it out. What kind of food y'all gonna be feeding there?
We're gonna have chicken, spaghetti, and quite a other few, because it's a lot of sponsors. Little Caesars, Big Boys, a lot of people within the Detroit area are going to be sponsoring the food.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds like a good trip.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can I get the
Thank you for
date
that
and time?
information.
Excuse me, can I get the date and time of that again? April.
It's going to be April 27th. That's next Saturday, the 27th. It's 6 to 9 is the time.
6 to 9 p.m. Right?
Yep, and you will be served. So don't worry about standing in line. They will serve you.
And what's the organization that's putting this on?
It's Mary's Miracles, and that's the lady that's hosting it. She's in a wheelchair, and there's other wheelchair-bound people there and visually impaired. And it's basically to show the world that we are able to do the same thing with our disability and whatever else that we got going on in our lives. We all.
What is the Warriors on Wheels?
No, it's not Warriors. It's the lady's name is Mary, but she's in a wheelchair. But the Warriors on Wheels, she's a part of that group. But this is her fashion show. Mary's Miracles is the fashion show.
All right, yeah, I'll be there.
Well, sounds like fun. So
it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll be singing and dancing too.
Roger, he's singing and dancing.
Who's singing and dancing?
Leslie is singing and dancing.
Okay.
All right.
I'm a little confused on the.
This is Leslie.
Hewling.
Leslie, the
Hewling.
ex-husband.
Yes,
that's me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And what was I was a little confused on the admission.
$5 for us.
$25 for the blind and visually impaired
And the handicap.
wheelchair.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You in the wheelchair?
No, he's not in a wheelchair. He's visually impaired.
The host is. The lady that's hosting is in a wheelchair.
Hostess.
Okay. Well, I'll put that in the notes that I send out. I'll hopefully get those out today.
Okay, good.
And so you guys know. But
I appreciate all y'all.
yeah, thank you so much for that. Thanks for making that announcement. So I did want to say that
Roger, you're
sent
fading.
out an invitation a couple of weeks ago. I'm fading. I didn't.
Yeah, it was like you was coming and going.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to tell you all that the Clear Lake Lions Club is going to be having a memorial, a virtual memorial on May 4th. And this is to honor a couple of the folks who were campers that have passed away.
Okay.
May Kent and Nancy
Tobias.
Nancy Tobias, yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
And so anyway, I was. If you, they don't want it to be too long, but if you have, I was thinking of John Fraser.
Yeah.
Who passed away recently. They might want to be remembered if you wanted to go to that memorial. I did send the link.
Did you know Tasha?
No, I don't know Tasha.
That was his girlfriend. That was John Fraser's fiance. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
He passed too.
I see. Oh, really?
He passed.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what Leslie told me, Anthony.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's too bad.
I hate to hear that.
I just
She
wanted
was
to make
a
that
woman, too.
announcement, but it is 2:30, and we usually kind of wrap things up after about an hour and a half. And we had some exciting discussion today. I'll say that.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Yeah.
I will be on here. Do we do next Saturday, Raj?
No.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Our next meeting. So our next time we'll do this chat. So we are normally we are doing this on the third Saturday of the month. Okay.
Okay.
Now the problem with the third Saturday next month is that I know that Rosemary may be there, and I will be at a state Lions convention that weekend.
Oh,
Okay.
So we could either do it, and let's see, May 11th is not a good date for me, so maybe if Kathy could do it, and otherwise it'd be the 25th of May, which is getting into the Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. Yep.
So
that's fine. Whenever
we
you're
could-
available, that's when
Leslie-
we'll do it.
Leslie said he would have sang "Today is Luther Vandross's birthday," and that's what he honored. That was his favorite singer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
Right.
He said, whatever.
That was wrong. That was wrong.
Rose,
Since I've never heard of
the
the person before.
tough cookie.
You never heard of Luther Vandross? Oh,
No.
Lord. have mercy.
Rose,
Never
We gotta hear
for
Pearl, man.
Never
You
heard
can
of
cookie drinking.
Never heard of it.
Nope.
Luther Vandross is a very
Leave
well-known artist.
Rosemary.
Gotta
Leave her
remember,
alone.
I'm a
She's a
person
nice
that's
lady.
like, if it's beyond 75, I have no clue.
You are not. You be telling people that, man. She don't even look at
75?
y'all. No,
You 75? God bless you. God bless
Okay.
you, sweetheart.
Anthony, she
So,
gonna get
have we
you.
set it?
She gonna get
Should we
you.
set a date for the
Everybody,
meeting?
take
Yeah,
care,
let-
and we'll see you then. We'll see you what the Memorial Day weekend, I guess.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
Okay.
let's say the 25th of May.
God bless
Yeah.
y'all.
And madam, I won't be
I really
available.
enjoyed y'all today. We
I
All
know
right,
that's
take
right.
care, everybody.
Okay.
You
Okay,
too.
take
Okay,
care.
blessings.
Thanks everybody
Take
for
care,
calling.
Okay.
Yeah, you too.
Anthony.
Yeah.
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 Take care.
I'm gonna stop the recording.